So sometimes what you want to be able to do is to take this data that you've developed in ARCHICAD using properties and using classifications and being able to send that to your consultant so that they can put information into that and send that back to you, and then you can bring that back into your model. So ARCHICAD or Graphisoft has actually enabled you to do this by a workflow that they've created where you can export the properties from ARCHICAD, send that to your consultants as a Excel file, have them fill it out, and then send it back to you. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is create an interactive element schedule. Much of what I'm going to talk to you about today in terms of the properties. We're not going to talk about creating the interactive schedule, but it'll be part of that discussion. But you want to create the interactive element schedule. You want to fill out, you want to add your fields in, your element properties, and then it's recommended to set those that you want your consultants to fill out as undefined. That way they know what to focus on. And then once you've got all that set, and you've got your interactive schedule ready to go, you're going to want to go and export this. And so you're going to go to the File menu. You're going to go to Interoperability, Classifications and Properties, and Export Property Values from Schedule. This will then bring up a dialog, a Save As dialog, where you can save it as a element scheme here and give it a file name. And this is something you can then send to your consultant. And so what that's going to do is it's going to send them the data based upon the way you've organized this. So in this case, there's an element ID here. It tells them what type, it's net volume, and here's the information they need to fill out. As I mentioned, this is where you can set something that's called undefined, or just type it in as undefined. And then your consultant fills that out, and then they're going to send you back that Excel file. When they send that Excel file back to you, you can then go back to the same process of going to the File menu, Interoperability, Classifications and Properties, and import the property values into the elements. And when you do that, it's then going to import those properties. You're going to see that those properties now being imported into your schedule. And you can choose to check or uncheck these to bring them in. It will also track the information in terms of any issues that may be or errors or inconsistencies in the data as it comes back into your project on your site. If you see black data items, that means the valid data is valid and it's ready to be imported. Any gray data items, such as you see here, are element properties that will not be imported. Red data items, as you see here, are invalid or missing data that cannot be imported. Any blue data items, as you see in these fields, are duplicate properties or duplicate elements. Orange data elements are hidden in ARCHICAD due to any add-ons. And then warning triangle, as you might see right there, is going to tell you that the property does not exist in the target project. So watch, if you're bringing it in back into ARCHICAD, hopefully you don't have any errors or any inconsistencies. But if you do, this is what it's telling you. And if everything's fine, then basically you're just going to say it's ready for import. This will be highlighted, ready for you to import. And of course, you can, these will be automatically checked. You could uncheck these if you did not want to, but this is where you would import that in, and it would bring in whatever your consultant had changed or added to the information.